Hello, sir. Can you hear? Sir?
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. After a long time.
Good evening, Sankalp. Anyone else joining today?
Yes, sir. Everyone's joining.
Okay. How was your holidays?
Great, sir. I actually used this time to finish all my school projects.
Okay. It's always been a nightmare to get so much of school projects and then
Good
ruining our
evening,
holiday
sir.
time. Evening.
Yes, sir.
How you all are doing?
Yes, sir, I'm doing fine, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
So actually, Tarun is the only person who didn't like who enjoyed the time when you gave us the holidays. So he went to like all hill stations with his cousins and enjoyed, and now
So you know what
we
I did,
have 2
sir?
days.
I was at
We
home
have
playing
2
with
days till
uncle,
school
sir.
starts. Yes, sir.
No, we don't have we have like 5 more days. Our 6 more days.
No. 7.
It's changed to
Nitish, how was
12,
your
sir.
holiday?
It's changed to 12. Yes, sir. It was what? Oh, today it was fine.
So actually, they are continuously postponing the school because it's extremely hot in Chennai, sir.
I don't.
Okay, that's good now.
Sir, like they changed it to 12th, right, uncle? Yeah, because my mom said they
I don't
changed it to
know.
12th.
My mom said it
We got a mail from school only. Not your mom, nah, my mom.
today.
Like we got a mail from school, yeah. At 5:30 or something. No,
See
we
my
got it like
screen?
3 o'clock or something. Yes, sir,
Writing board?
we can see the screen, sir.
Yes, sir.
Writing board? Writing board?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Congwe joining today?
What happened?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
the
He
two
joined
people
the
are joining,
previous
sir, but
class.
I think they'll join probably.
I'll tell him to join.
Yeah,
Need to talk
okay.
to you all in a very serious note.
Why, sir?
Start when everyone joins.
Okay. So I would probably tell that this time the test was much easier than last time, sir. Even though this is 80 marks
Yes,
and that is
sir.
40 marks.
Sorry,
No,
pardon?
sir. This test was much easier than the first term one, sir.
Am I now audible to you?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Sir, actually, can we discuss the question paper answers today? Because I have found some mistakes in the answer sheet, and to my answers, it was the same,
We'll
but
do
you
that only.
didn't give the marks, sir.
We'll do that only. That's what I wanted to talk to you all about regarding your marks that I'm not at all happy with, including your assignments. Everything. And why is Tarun not giving any test?
He didn't write any test.
So I don't know, sir.
He did not
Any
try
test,
that
sir,
40
just
marks.
physics test, sir.
I don't know. I got the marks of physics.
Oh, you
That
got
40
his
marks and
marks?
80 marks. Both of them is not written by him, and he did not even
Oh.
submitted any of the assignments.
So maybe he has a problem because he did say he didn't
And
know how
even
to submit.
Nitish,
Sir,
you have
I
also missed
submitted, sir. I
the
got good
assignment.
marks.
You have also
What
missed one of the
assignment?
assignments.
Yes, I missed the very first assignment, sir, because I
Why?
didn't even know how to do it. Sir, because I didn't know how to
You
do it,
must
sir.
have
I
asked
wrote
me.
everything
You
down,
must
sir.
have asked me.
Yes,
We were having class
but
daily. I mean weekly.
Yes, after when I couldn't figure it out, I asked Bhaskar sir, and then he told this time the submission date closed, so I sent him all the work, and then from next time I knew how to send, so I sent.
Okay. Sankalp, you have submitted every
First time I
assignment,
didn't
but
submit
your
any of
test
the
marks
things
is
because I didn't know how.
really poor. Appreciable.
Sir, like
Even
some questions
Nitish,
are really testing my brain, sir.
main problem is that you're not solving the questions at all. You're not solving practicing questions apart from what we do in the class. If you don't do that, everything will go in vain. There will be no use of it. Okay, let us start today. We cannot wait
Congo
anymore.
joined, sir.
Okay, Congo has just joined. That's good. Hello, Congo. How was the holidays?
Sorry. Yes, sir, it's fine. Sorry, I was late.
Okay. So, what I wanted to talk to you all about is the test. Okay. I have that report sheet of yours.
So bad, sir.
Yeah,
Tarun is
sir.
also here. Hello, Tarun. Am I audible to you?
Hello, sir.
How was your holidays?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
Was I not
Then why
supposed to
your
solve
marks?
the
Then why your
numericals
marks are not
not by
fine?
the
Hey, wait,
Let me
wait,
talk
1
to
second.
Tarun first.
Uncle.
Tarun, why didn't you give any test?
Sir?
Why didn't you give any test?
Sir, I submitted my test. I didn't submit it on the app. I submitted it on WhatsApp. Like, that was the first test I attended on online.
And then she must talk to the admin, then the administration part, because I'm not getting the marks of yours. I have not got your 40 marks test marks, or even if it is 80 marks, and none of your assignments is also submitted. That is what's showing to me.
No, sir.
If you have done that, try to figure it out from the administration. Okay.
Yes, sir. I contacted with Bhaskar and he told me to resend after the classes. Physics paper.
Okay. You figure it out. Okay. After this class, you should talk to them. Okay. Next thing. We'll be discussing the answer sheet question paper today that you have given as 80 marks test. Okay. My marks,
Yes.
your marks are with me. Kongwei has got 50.5.
Sir.
You know your marks?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nitish
Yes,
is
sir.
29.
I know
Sankalp is
everyone's
24.
marks except for Tarun.
It's really bad for every one of you.
Yes, sir.
Not
I know,
even
sir.
80% is what you have scored. It's really bad. You're not solving question papers at all. What is this going on? You're so bright, student. You see, I'm not like scolding you because you could not perform well. There's one kind of student who could not do, or he cannot do at all. But all of you can solve questions. All of you do solve questions in my class. You apply your brains. You work hard. You do everything. But why you are not getting the marks? This is because you all are lazy at home. You don't solve the or practice questions or practice theories after this class. You wait for the class, whatever is there in the class, you do that, and then the copies and books are closed or till the next class. And that's why I'm not happy with all of you.
Sir, I sent in my physics test paper. Could you check whether you got it?
You cannot check that. That portal is not with me. I just get the PDFs and I just get the marks that you get. So you'll have to talk with the administration for that. What's the problem at that site? Okay, you talk to them and then they'll be doing something if it is possible. Okay.
Can you actually check the things again, sir? Because actually, when the administration corrected my chemistry and biology test papers, they have done few mistakes in the answer sheet. So, like,
We
can you
don't
just
have
check
that.
all the marks?
I don't have your answer sheets, and I have not corrected that. I just give the question papers. I just give the answer sheets, answer keys, and they do correct it by themselves. So I don't have that. You should talk to administration for that. I don't know whether they have corrected it. They must have corrected it properly.
Sir,
There
did
may
you
be some
prepare the
mistake.
paper?
Yeah, paper was prepared by me.
Okay, sir.
Any problem in the paper?
No, sir.
No, sir. I
No,
just
sir.
asked because for chemistry sir didn't prepare it, so I
Chemistry
just
sir?
asked if it's the same.
Didn't
Didn't prepare the question paper for us. It was apparently someone else, so I just asked for physics too.
Okay. No, this paper was prepared by me only. I just tried to prepare
Okay,
a
sure.
little tougher because I wanted to check whether you are really solving the questions or not. I did not put any questions that we had already discussed in class. You must have seen that, right?
Yes, sir.
And they showed that you are not working, guys. See, this is
Sir,
for yourself
actually,
only. Yeah.
so actually the numericals you gave, I didn't solve them by formulas, but I did them by graphs. So like maybe that might be the
It's
reason.
not our fault. You forgot about b square plus is equal
That
to
is not
u
something
square
to be
plus
done now
b2a
because
square.
you get a answer code. Even if you'll do the same thing in board's examination, so that invigilator will be having some difficulty in checking your paper. Then again, he'll be cutting your marks. So it is the way that you should solve any question, and that's what we teach you. Are you getting my point?
But you said that in school you have to follow what the teacher says, but
If
here
you
you can
persuade,
write
there are
what
many teachers. See, teachers just get that answer key from the board, so the boards which is you are giving the examination, and they get your paper. So they just see the answer key. They see your paper. If any line is matching, they put it give the full marks. Even if you are written A, B, C, D, and the central line is matching with the line in the answer key, okay, full marks. And then you write any song there, no problem. Any line should be matching.
Wait, it's that easy?
And because what happens now, every
It's very
teacher is
tough.
not qualified there. Every teacher is not qualified. So they just matches. Yeah, if any teacher comes with the high qualification and then he has proper degree and proper experience how to solve any question by 4 different methods, and one method is specified here, he knows all the 3 methods, and then he has done with another method. Okay, he has done with different methods. I shall give him the marks because the answer is there. But if somebody doesn't know, he's not knowing the other methods. He just know what is written here. So no, this is not matching. Not. So you should know these things also because the very next year you're going to give the boards examination, isn't it?
Yes,
This year
sir.
also
Okay,
we
we're
are
Yesterday on
starting.
getting,
board
sir.
Sir,
paper, sir.
because I
Question.
actually did most of the numericals and graphs.
Okay, you just tell me those things.
Muttai will
We'll
get
check that.
bored.
We'll start each and every question discussion. Okay, the question number 1. Just a minute. Yeah.
Why length
Question
and
number
mass
1.
and time are chosen as the best quantity?
1 second.
Question number 1 answer is all of these.
All of these will be the answer. Whoever has answered, that's Tarun told, na?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
everyone will say.
Okay. Tarun, you talk to administration. Why they have not considered your paper?
Sir, they
Okay,
told
next
me
thing.
to send the PDF on WhatsApp. It seems they will send it to you.
Okay, no problem. We'll discuss it later. The second part of the first question.
Sir,
Sir,
I don't have the answers with it.
one sec, sir.
We don't have the answers with us
The
because
pendulum
we
will
wrote
do
it in
Yeah,
more
the.
sir, I
oscillation
wrote it
because
there.
I have
pendulum
it.
will do more oscillation because the oscillation is directly proportional to the length of pendulum.
This is directly proportional to
Length of pendulum.
length of the pendulum.
Which one is faster, did you write?
Partially correct. Tarun is partially correct. No, I don't want any chaos here. Okay, I'll just read out the question, and if you know the answer, you'll just put that hands up option is
I
there,
know
na?
the answer. What?
Hands up
Sir,
Yes,
option
one
is there,
second,
na?
sir.
Yes,
Let me open my question paper, sir.
Question paper. How do you?
Oh, I found it, sir. I
Just-
found my
have a
question paper.
in my hand?
Just raise your hand, and I'll go one on one. Okay. The second answer is
Yes,
like,
sir.
see here. Second one, part 2. Second answer is like, see, time period of pendulum. Hongwei, what's the formula?
Yes, sir. 1 second.
I
I'm
know,
opening
sir.
the question paper.
Sir, I know.
Time period of
Sir,
pendulum.
two pendulums
L
A and B have lengths 1 and 4
No.
respectively.
What am I asking?
Time period formula, da.
Yes, sir.
What am I asking? Nitish, you tell time period of oscillation.
2
Formula?
pi L 2 pi into L divided length divided by gravity sir, or gravity
Under
due to
root is also there.
L by G. L by
root
G.
root L by
Root
G.
L by
Yeah,
G is there.
square root L by G. Yes, sir.
Now listen everyone, listen everyone. Time period is directly proportional to root under length. Okay, that means if you increase the length, your time period will also be increasing. If time period will be increasing, that means what? If a pendulum is there, and he has to, like this pendulum has to go for one oscillation. This is one oscillation. So if
Sir.
time period is more, that means it is taking 4 seconds. The second one, time period is less, that means it is taking, let us say, 2 seconds. So time period is less, here time period is more. And if it is taking less time period, that means in 10
The length
seconds,
is less.
this, let us say that in 12 seconds, it will go 3 oscillations. In 12 seconds, it will go 6 oscillations. So lesser the time period, more the oscillations.
Yes, sir.
That means oscillation is inversely proportional to time
Inversely
period,
proportional to time period. Like, yeah, 1 by.
and that means inversely
Well-
proportional to root under length. So
Yes,
whichever
sir.
has got the lesser length will be getting more oscillations. Understood or not?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Then the answer is
What will be the
pendulum
answer
A.
then? Yeah, pendulum
Yes, I
A will
got
be
it right.
having more number of
Pendulum A.
oscillations.
Okay, I got that right, sir.
Who all
I
missed
wrote
it?
the definition as because
all
oscillation
missed
No,
this
is
I
question?
got the same answer, but I wrote it in a like paragraph.
Sir,
Sir.
I wrote the same thing, sir. The
Explanation.
time period is directly proportional
You
to
should be
length.
writing it like this now. This is the way of writing and getting marks in examination. You have to show, that is the art of writing answer. Third thing. Now,
Sir, but I
state the
didn't show
numerical
the
value of,
formula.
pardon?
I didn't show the formula. I just gave like a definition.
Yes, sir. Even I did like that.
Either you do it like this or you just write the same things. Doesn't matter. Next thing, state the numerical value of
Sir, I
frequency
wrote-
of oscillation.
Sir, I
of
didn't
second pendulum. Third one, who has solved?
See, sir, see, it's length, time,
Sir,
and
I
mass.
did it, sir.
Everyone, I think, did it, sir.
So what is the second pendulum?
Oh, what?
Third part of the first question. What is the second
third
second
one,
pendulum?
this one. Okay, okay. Sir. Okay.
Oh, state the numerical value of the frequency of oscillations.
Second, sir.
What is
Sir,
the second
0.5,
pendulum?
sir. Sir, does not dip. Hello, sir?
0.5 is the correct answer. And
I got
it does not
It does
depend.
not depend on
Sir.
amplitude of
Can you hear me?
Pada.
Yeah, you're audible.
I got the
Who
same.
said the
Well,
answer?
he has
0.5 seconds.
The Congo said
Who
it, sir,
said the
but I
answer?
got the
I
same
got the
answer.
same answer.
Who all said
Let
0.5
1 second.
seconds?
Tarun. Okay, you got it.
Not kidding, like really, I got.
So I don't have
Sir,
the
did you
answer
solve
paper,
this?
so I don't even know what I wrote, sir.
Huh?
Solve this.
No, sir, I didn't do this. Sir.
Nitish, did you solve this?
Yes, sir. I don't have the answer paper. I don't
You
know.
got 0.5 seconds as the answer.
I don't remember, sir.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
remember.
Then can you tell me what is second pendulum?
So it's like it takes us 1 second to complete one oscillation, right, sir?
No, that is wrong. How did you get the answer? From where did
Sir,
you
I
copy?
did get like does not depend, sir. Like the 0.5, I did not get any. I got the does not depend. Like
Okay. Uncle, keep a check on your friend.
sir, even he lied so once.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible. Kongi, you got this
Yeah, I
answer
can.
correct. You got 0.5 seconds.
The second pendulum does not depend on the amplitude, and its value
No.
of its frequency is 0.5, sir.
I'm asking. Yeah, 0.5 you got now.
Yes, sir. 0.5 hertz.
What is second pendulum?
Sir, it's a pendulum which has time period of 2.
Correct. Understood, Nitish?
Yes, sir.
Second
Sir, I
pendulum
saw it in a
means that
YouTube video. I did.
it takes 1 second to go from here to this extreme position, and then 1 second back to this. So total in seconds pendulum, you write this down. Seconds pendulum, it takes 2 seconds as time period. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Okay. Now from this you can get it out. The frequency will be
Yes,
what?
sir. 0.5
1 by
hertz.
time period. Understood, Sankalp?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, is it mandatory to write hertz near that?
Yeah. Without writing the units, your half marks will be deducted.
Oh, I didn't write. Maybe that's why I lost the half marks. I got
Okay,
15.5.
next answer.
I wrote S. I wrote S.
Oh,
max.
F.
Frequency,
number 2.
that's not right.
Yes, sir.
I didn't write.
Number 2.
Sir,
The
it
length,
is
time, and mass, sir.
length,
C.
time, mass, sir. Length, time, and mass.
Just a minute.
The second one I wrote, sir. I don't know if it's correct, but I wrote, sir.
Second
What is
second
length,
one
time, and
is
mass? That's correct. Okay, the second question states that. Why is not opening?
Which of the following sets can enter into the list of fundamental quantities?
What is meant to zero error of the one-year curve? You must have written this.
So
Yes,
when it's
I
above
wrote it,
or
sir.
below
Okay.
the zero mark in the zero.
Name the convenient unit you'll use to measure height of the building.
So,
Meters, sir.
meter.
Meters.
Width of book.
I wrote meter,
So
centimeter,
Inches.
centimeters.
Sir,
What
I wrote
inches, sir?
inches.
Centimeter.
Sir, inches
Yeah,
is
I
more
wrote
appropriate for width of a
man.
book, sir.
See, we do not use inches as SI unit. Okay, like that is British unit.
Sir,
centimeter,
what's
Comes
the
under
thing?
He's a British
So they
man.
You
use
should
foot
write
rather
Very
than
centimeters.
what
hot.
kilometer is.
centimeter. Let's go.
You should write centimeters. Next, girth of a tree.
Okay.
But also
Feet.
Meters, sir.
centimeters only, no, sir.
Centimeters. How
feet.
can you measure something?
Meters, sir.
Yeah, how do
Sir,
you
feet.
measure that thing in centimeters?
Meter.
Sir, I
Feet.
wrote in meters, sir. I wrote in
Sir,
meters.
Meter,
feet,
how
sir.
is the
Feet
girth
is
of a tree in
feet.
meters, sir?
Feet. Feet.
No,
This much, sir.
centimeter. How
Girth of
is
a
like
tree means the diameter. Okay,
Yeah.
and that is too huge for a centimeter. And when you measure it in meters, you'll get the values around 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meters like that. And if you measure in centimeters,
Feet is
it will
more
be
radius
appropriate,
only, no,
sir.
150 centimeters, 200 centimeters like that. Yeah.
Sir. But feet is more appropriate, sir. It's
But
much
feet
more
is not the
appropriate.
SI unit. Nah, feet does not come
Sir,
under
but
SI
it's
unit. We
much
do not
more
use that.
appropriate, sir.
That is there.
It
That is there.
fits
They may be
better.
using it also, but we cannot write it down
think
because
they
we need to
specifically
focus on what
asked
in
SI
the Indian system of units we
Ah.
use. We focus mainly on SI units, so that's why the answer should be in this unit only. You in like
Yeah,
in your
not
class
British
4th
man.
and 5, you must have studied that operation on quantities, and then you must have got that table: kilometer, decameter, sorry, hectometer,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
decameter,
Yes,
meter.
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So we use that units. No? That's why we work on them, and that's what Indian system of units shows us. Understood? That's why.
Yes,
That is the reason.
Kilo, hectare, deca.
Yeah, like that it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 3. All have solved.
Yes, sir. It's easy.
The
So you
distance
did-
between
it is-
capitals of two states.
No,
That is
the next
kilometers.
one sir is asking.
Sir,
Next
it
one,
is
third one,
kilometers.
Third one.
Kilometer.
I wonder.
C,
I
sir.
wonder who wrote miles.
So I
Both
was about to write
oscillation of a
miles.
pendulum.
then-
I was
Both
about to write
oscillation
miles.
of a pendulum and rotation of Earth around its axis. Both.
Yes, sir. That's what I
That's
got.
correct. That's very good. Then you have you changed that 5,000 angstrom in different units, nanometer, micrometer, meter, like that.
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubt
I
there?
did it.
For third one
I mean,
is
I
both
tried-
oscillation of pendulum and rotation of Earth around its axis,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
C is
yeah.
the answer. And
Yes.
then the
Sir,
second
it's-
part, have you changed it, expressed in every units, nanometers, meters, then micrometer, centimeter, everywhere? Any doubt there?
Sir,
Sir.
Can I do it?
sir, can you just do like the meter one, sir? Because I didn't understand.
Yes. Okay. I'll show you. See here. Second it is not.
So it's
Second.
third.
Okay. So we
Yeah,
have
second,
5,000 angstrom. Angstrom means what, Sankalp?
So
What is angstrom?
So it is the distance between
10 to
the
the
mean
power of
distance
negative
between
10, sir.
No,
Shush.
that is the value, Nitish. 10 to the power negative
Sorry,
10.
sorry.
So
it is
5,000.
the mean distance.
This is angstrom.
Hey, you wrote
Understood.
astronomical unit.
Mean distance between
This is meters.
Earth
That's
and
it. No,
10 to the
that is
power
not.
yes.
That is astronomical unit, not angstrom.
This is
Okay, sorry.
Armstrong.
Okay, sorry,
distance.
Armstrong. 10 to the,
Armstrong
10
is
to the
small.
power of 10.
Armstrong is so small.
Yeah,
1 angstrom is
Yeah,
10 to the power
yes.
minus 10 meters. Okay.
yes, yes.
So
So
this
I
is
got
this,
500
and
nanometers.
what you can do, you can just remove these zeros. 10 to the minus 10 is there. You get 3 zeros behind, so it will be 5 into 10 to the power minus 7 meters. Like that. This is also correct. This is also correct.
I did it. I
Okay.
got it correct. Yay.
Okay. Next, define the fundamental units of electric current and amount of substance.
Mole and ampere.
Good.
Yes, some
That's
more
correct.
ampere.
So electric current, so ampere and mole.
Ampere.
Electric current is
and
Yeah.
ampere.
mole.
Yeah,
Amount of
after telling the answer, elongating and telling it doesn't
What
make
is
correct.
ampere? Ampere, right?
Ampere,
Okay,
ampere,
Ampere.
ampere.
ampere,
What
ampere.
is ampere?
No, the next, so the fourth one is 1.98 into 10 to the power of 8
10 raised to
kilometers.
8 kilometers.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Appada.
Hey, nobody said you're wrong there.
That's correct.
But you still corrected me.
Okay.
Incorrect,
Till here you
you're
have done
saying
it good.
answer.
Then second part of fourth question.
So two simple.
So
pendulums
two
are-
simple pendulums A and B have equal lengths,
Have length,
but their
equal length,
bobs
but their
weigh
bobs
50 gram and they
100
reading no.
respectively. Okay, read. Even I am
Okay,
So
tell
reading.
the
me.
answer is the ratio would be 1:1. This is because the time period of a simple pendulum does not depend on the mass of the bob.
All agree with Kongwe?
Yes,
Because
sir.
he's wrong.
I agree with myself. Sir,
No, sir, I
wrong?
wrote 1:2.
No, not
sir.
wrong.
Oh, all agree with Kongwe? Anybody
Yeah, I
else
don't.
giving the same answer?
I wrote
What is your
1:2.
answer, Nitish? 1:2. Are you confident with your answer?
Sir, no, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
I
I'm
got
very
it
Sir, I'm
1:2
100%
because
sure I'm correct,
Sir,
sir. Sir, I'm 100%
Sir.
sure I'm correct. It's 1:1.
What
I am
Sankalp is saying?
100% sure I am also correct.
sir, I got 1:2, sir.
I also wrote 1:2.
1:2 he got.
Can you
Me and
explain it,
Sankalp
Sankalp,
same,
why you
Kongwe
got
is
1:2?
Me, sir?
Because
No, Sankalp.
wait.
Okay.
Sir, time
Explain why is
period
it 1:2?
to like square root of L. So time period is equal to 2 pi by square root of L by G, right? So
I can't even
G
see
is
you.
equal to G is equal to mass into. Sorry, gravity is equal to like. Wait.
What?
Oh shit! I missed it.
Gravity is a constant. Gravity is equals to gravity. So Congo is correct.
Gravity is
You all.
Yeah, I know I'm correct.
I messed it up.
Because the only complex pendulum uses mass as a factor for time period.
2 pi root over L by G.
Everything in
And
YouTube
mass
videos.
is nowhere. Mass of the
Sir,
bob
but
does not
gravity
depend.
Sir, but
Gravity is a constant now. That
It's like
depends on
our
the
friends
place.
group with Sankalp. It doesn't get included. Yes, sir.
Gravity is 10 meter per second square and it varies only with the distance. Like when you go at the poles of the earth, you get value 10.
9.8.
When you come towards the equator,
so gravity is the gravitational power, or how much gravity the object is
G.
applying.
No, gravity is
the
the
gravitational power.
acceleration due to gravity. The acceleration
Sir?
with which the earth pull any object towards itself. Acceleration due to gravity. Its value is 9.8 or 10 because it varies only with the position of the object. Like when you will take that this pendulum at poles, when you take the reading at poles, and when you are reading at equator, so these two values may differ. Yeah, the difference will be very little, but still they'll differ because of the difference in G. So that difference is there when you're reading the simple pendulum at the poles and when you're taking the reading of the simple pendulum at the equator or any other position. With latitudes, it differs. Okay. So
Yes,
that may be
sir.
a question that can we get a different reading of the simple pendulum if we take the pendulums at different positions. So that is there because of the difference in G, because G differs with the position of an object. We'll study it later, probably in the gravity. I think that's a chapter in your syllabus. I'll see to it. Okay. Now next question.
Yes, sir.
Definition of vernier scales and least count you must have done.
Sir, it's easy.
Okay, the fifth one.
Vernier scale is the scale used to measure the thickness of an object.
Yes.
So fifth one, it's A opposite, sir.
Tarun, any doubt till here?
Oh, sir. I don't know. Wait, one second.
Sir, I feel like I got everything right. I don't know why I got 50.
Okay, we'll see.
By far, I
I
only
got
got like 1 mark of wrong questions.
So I wrote
Tarun,
same,
any doubt
sir.
till here?
I got A opposite, sir.
A, okay, that's correct. Okay,
So
we'll
what
be
was
moving
the
further.
question? What was the question?
The fifth question.
Ankur, while going home from his school, applies brake to slow down his speed. The direction of velocity and acceleration in the given case are.
He is applying brakes. So direction
Opposite,
and
same,
acceleration will be
perpendicular,
opposite,
not.
because acceleration will be trying to reduce the speed of the object. I told you when you apply brakes, and like the acceleration pulls you behind, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
sir.
like
Yes,
retardation.
sir.
I told you. Also. Is there anything we didn't touch till here?
No.
No, sir.
And why you all did not answer?
So I answered this.
Hey.
No, not
Oh,
this.
no, the
Most
test,
of the
sir.
questions, not this particular
The
question.
fifth one,
Rest of the questions.
sir, the fifth one, second question.
Sir, I got everything right till here. I don't know where I. It's probably in the
Okay, we'll see
last
the-
section. I was
We'll see
I
the
was
further
sick during the
questions.
exam, so like got dull.
How hard?
Okay, next is how can we describe the location of an object?
I think I got this wrong.
Sir, my answer is by finding its x and y coordinates or using the displacement and direction of the object with respect to a point.
So I wrote coordinates.
So
Coordinates.
I wrote
Classic
coordinates.
Nitish.
Coordinates or gods.
You all have answered the question maybe correctly, but I don't think that even you would like agree when I answer you the same thing. Okay, see, we are standing at any random place in the park, and if I ask,
Yes, sir.
let me draw it. Let me draw it. This is a park, okay, and this is the main gate. There's a tree here,
Yes, sir.
okay, and there's a straight
Yes,
road.
sir.
There's sandy place here, and there's a swing here. Okay, now Nitish is standing here, Tarun is standing here, Sankalp is standing here, and Congo is standing here, and I'm at the gate. Okay, if I ask Tarun or if I ask Sankalp to give me the location of Nitish, so will he say that I need the x and y coordinates to specify the location of Nitish?
So
I'll
he's
tell
50xy.
75, 102, 4, 39.
This
Sir, that's why.
this answer
Sir.
you may have answered it correctly, but do you find it possible to
Sir, that's what I
specify
wrote,
the x
sir.
and y coordinate?
Sir, one second, sir. I wrote my answer as, and then I put an or, and then I said using the displacement and direction of the object with respect to a point.
That may be considered. That may be considered, but you cannot answer two answers in a
okay.
given question. It may be
Sir,
5 or it may be 10.
sir.
Take anything that is correct.
Both are correct. sir.
I
Sir,
took
Both are-
answer
both
A,
are
B,
technically
C,
correct.
and D.
Sir,
It's like
I thought
saying
we can
answer A,
describe the
B,
Both are
C, and
location.
D.
Sir, I thought we can
No.
describe the location of an object.
Sir, logically the
using its
first one's
reference
correct,
point.
practically second one's correct.
That is the practically answer we need to get. Now, practically second one is
Get the
correct.
wrong
That you need
answer
to
only.
specify a reference point. That answer, your answer should include a reference point.
Sir,
Reference point.
I did put it.
Sir, I wrote we
Sir,
can
I
describe
said
the location
with
of an
respect to
object
a
using
point.
its reference point.
Sir, I put with respect to a point.
Reference point should be there. If you have written this, I think Tarun has written this, then he'll be getting it correct. Sorry,
Sir, I
Kongwe,
wrote
if you
with
have written
respect to a
this,
point.
I don't know
I wrote
whether
with
they are correct
respect to a
or
point.
not. Then that's correct. This is the correct answer you have given. Nitish, same answer?
I wrote coordinates,
No?
sir. What is this? No, sir.
Coordinates, how can you specify coordinates?
Coordinates.
Sir, it's like X and Y, Z. So that one I wrote, sir. Like the explanation of that one.
Okay, no problem.
You
Where
Yeah,
did
but
Z
and
come from?
coordinates
Da?
is basically sir, but coordinates is
Z.
basically meters, right, sir?
This.
From the initial point.
The sixth question. Let us move on to the sixth question. A stone dropped from a balloon which is at a height h. Who all have
Form of
answered it?
defense
First,
speech.
tell me.
We didn't do the third one, sir. We didn't do. But
It's
anyway,
okay.
that's easy.
Sir, I did
Fine,
it, sir.
this
Sir, answer
easy.
is D.
Answer is
D,
Answer
D.
is D, sir.
I didn't do
I
this.
got it D, but
Sir,
Nitish,
I did it
answer is
somehow
not
and I
good.
got
Sir, I
it.
D
didn't do this.
equals root T1,
Oh,
T2.
please
Sir,
say,
I
please
got
say
it
one by
D.
one. Please speak one by one. I cannot hear anything. Sankalp, you speak now.
I got D, but I don't. I remember me getting D, sir, but I didn't know how to. I don't remember how I got it.
Okay, Tarun, you were telling something.
I got B, sir. I got B equals
B.
T1 plus.
B.
Sir, I also
Yeah.
remember getting B only, sir. I also, it's the same thing as Sankalp, sir.
Okay. The correct
Sir,
answer
But
is
D,
B, I
D,
guess.
sir. D.
No, so sorry,
T
it's B, B,
equals
B.
root T1,
B is the
T2,
correct
sir.
answer. B.
Oh, I didn't even know
B
how
is
I
the
got
correct
it, but I
answer.
got B,
What?
sir.
This is incorrect.
Appada,
Yes, sir.
me and sir Taruna safe, I guess.
Sir, physics ma'am taught this.
Oh, D
How
is
did I see?
wrong.
A stone is dropped from a ball. I don't know. I'll have to check this. A stone is dropped from a balloon.
Sir.
Okay, which is at a height h. Let us say this is the hot air balloon. A stone is dropped, and this is at the height h, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
And reaches the ground after t seconds.
Yeah,
It
I'm pretty
needs
sure.
t seconds to reach the ground. From the same balloon, if two stones are thrown, one upwards and one downwards. Now, generally,
With
let
the
us
same
can we
speed u.
equate it h is equals to half times g times t square. This is our equation one.
Sir.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
one is thrown upwards.
Then we do
One is thrown
minus h equals ut1 minus 1 by 2 gt1.
So if you're taking the upward direction as positive, so here also you'll have to write minus h.
Yes, sir.
And then minus g. Take the downwards as positive, because then
So
h and g
ut1.
will be positive. So I'm taking downwards as positive, and the upwards as negative I'm taking. So in second case, h will be minus ut1 plus half g t square. This is second case. And the third
Yes,
case.
sir.
Third case is going actually h is equals to ut2 plus half gt square. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes,
here
sir.
t1 and here t2. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now
Sir,
see
no way
here.
it's wrong, sir. I spent so much time doing this.
A minute.
Sir, but I didn't.
Give me a minute.
Sir, and then it becomes u times t1 plus t2 minus g by 2 times t1 square minus t2 square.
Oh, my school is
And
starting
then
on
it
12th only, no?
day 7th, ra.
Yeah, they said we got a mail. It's changed to 12th, brah.
Who are they?
Like the school.
Sent a mailer,
Yeah, that's what my mom said.
actually.
Yeah,
we got
actually.
Yeah.
reopening at 12. Let's go.
I don't
Hey,
know.
let's go, Poda. I hate.
Let's go, actually, da.
No. I want to come to
Hey,
school.
Hey,
there's a good thing in
answer is
everything
T
here.
is, guys. I Google searched it, ra. It's T equals root T1, T2, da.
Hey, what that failure?
Somewhere, are you actually saying that our sir is wrong? Huh? Are you saying that? What are you trying to
Yes.
say? What?
I'm
Did
telling
it say-
topper.com is correct.
Oh, you use topper. I use brainly.
No, I don't
just
I
use.
use my
topper.
brain.
I don't use. I don't use anything.
Only if you have one.
I don't use any of them. Da. I just randomly search this. now and then.
I have the Brainly app itself, because in Brainly, if you don't download the app, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's easier to like
Am I
often
audible
see
now?
it in exams.
So,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Am I
Yes, sir.
audible
It's D,
now?
right,
Okay,
sir?
now.
I know it's D. Yes, sir.
We'll solve it. We'll solve it. We'll solve it. Okay. This is our third equation. Now, if we solve this, if we subtract these two equations, if we subtract these two equations, h will get cancelled. 0. It will be
Sir.
minus u. I'll be
0
taking as
equals
common.
U times
Minus.
T1 plus T2.
See, minus I'll be providing here, na. So minus u, T1 plus T2, and then
Yes, sir.
it is, I'll be taking half g common. It will be plus T1 square and then plus and minus T2 square. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's
Yes,
what I did.
Sir, but to be honest, during the test, I didn't calculate these. I just wrote the formula.
So can I write it as u T1 plus T2 is equals to half g T1 minus T2 and then T1 plus T2? A square minus B square is A minus B, A plus B.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I did. And then you get U equals
Answer.
G by 2 times T1 minus T2. Like we simplify it.
sir.
We
T1 minus
cancel
T2.
the T1. Yes, sir.
Agree?
Yes, sir.
And
Agree?
then it's yes, and then we like do H equals UT2 plus 1 by 2 G2 square. I did so long, sir. Nearly came to a page. I did
Yeah,
in
we'll
rough
have to
sheet.
put it there. We'll have to put it there. We'll have to put it there. Instead of H, you'll have to write. Instead of H, you'll have to write
So
this
and then
one.
you can do H equals UT2
See. I'm telling you.
plus.
See, you remember this H is equals to G, U is equals to G by 2, T1 minus T2. Till here, everyone has understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Fish?
So if you don't mind, can you
Yes,
explain
sir.
once more, sir? Because
What? I can't.
I mean,
I'll
I just
explain it.
don't get it at some point, sir.
Yes, sir. Explain this again, sir.
In the first case, ball was dropped directly. If ball is dropped, it will be H is equals to half times G times T square. Okay, second
Yes,
case,
sir.
the ball was thrown upwards. I am taking the downward
Yes.
direction as positive and upward as negatives. That I specified the direction. So ball is
Yes,
thrown
sir.
upwards. That means initial velocity is upward. So upward is negative. Downward, it is the displacement it is covering is H only. So plus H is equals to minus U T1, and G is also acting downwards, so plus half T1 square. Third case, ball is
You
being
add
thrown
both
downwards only.
equations.
So
Yes,
H is
sir.
equals to UT2 plus half GT2 square. Now what I did, I subtracted both the equations. So H and H gets cancelled, and it becomes
sir.
minus
Yes, sir.
UT1 plus T2, and then half GT1 square minus of half GT2 square. Now understood. So from here I got the relation U is equals to G by 2 T1 minus T2. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, but
Okay.
during the test,
So and
I
then,
just chose the
sir,
answer
and
because
then
I
it's
saw
Tarun, what did you say?
sir, on the test, I didn't calculate. I just wrote the answer because I saw similar example on the book which I read. Test.
We'll see. We'll
Very
come to
well.
the discussion. We'll come to the end. Okay. Now what you have to, we have to put this value of U in any of these equations, in any of these two equations. So I'm taking the second equation. H is equals to UT2 plus half
plus 1 by
G
2 G2
square.
GT2 square, which is equal
So now
to
what I'm doing here, so now what I'm doing here, U instead of U I'm writing G by 2 T1 minus T2, right?
yes, sir.
Yes,
In,
sir.
into T2 plus half G T2 square. Okay. So if you expand it, G by 2 T1 minus G by T1 into T2 minus G by 2 T2 square plus G by 2 T2 square. So this gets cancelled and this is equals to H. H is equals to G by 2 T1 T2.
G by 2, T1,
And
T2.
from the very first relation, we got that H is equals to half GT square. Also, H is equals to half GT square.
Half GT. So 2 by
Wait,
whatever that is.
half GT square should be equals to half GT1 T2. Half G half C
Yes,
cancelled,
sir.
T square
Which is
T1.
which is equal to T equals root T1 times 2, sir. Yes, I know I was
Okay.
correct. Let's
Answer
go.
is D.
Spent so much
Answer
time
is
doing
D.
this, sir. I did the entire
I
thing in a rough sheet, sir. Like one whole page it covered.
Okay, I'll have to talk to
Lucky
the
for you,
admin
we
then.
didn't have
I'll
anything.
talk to the admin then. I'll talk to them and
So-
let
so
them
you-
know that
You gave
it's
the
incorrect.
answer as that. You gave the answer as that.
Answer is not given by me. Answer is not given by me. Answer they have prepared themselves. Just give
If
them the
I
question paper.
did no, sir. So if I wrote the answer as D, they considered it wrong.
They may have considered it wrong because in answer key that is showing
Three
being shown
marks.
to me.
Sir, but you will
There's
tell them
3
which
marks,
answer is
sir.
correct.
I'll ask them.
You're gonna have more marks reduced.
Sir, I'm gonna get 53 marks, sir. I'm gonna three
Just
more
correct.
marks.
They should get the marks. Okay. Now 6-2, second part of 6.
So bike initially
Bicycle
moving with a
initially
velocity of
moving.
I don't know how,
five
sir, but
seconds at the
I
rate of
use
Hey,
I
Sankalp,
use-
stop interrupting when someone's reading the.
I was
reading.
Go one by one. Go one by one. Go one by one. Tell Uncle what's the problem?
Like I actually don't remember how I did it, but I remember using it like using 4 pages and striking out 1 page, sir.
What the second
you
part of
used the
6 now?
I used the graph, sir.
Sir, what
This
is
question.
the answer? Sir, is the answer?
So no,
Sir,
sir,
the
like
bike initially moving with a velocity of 5 meter per second, accelerates for 5 seconds at the rate of 2 meter per second square.
2 meters per
What?
second.
Will be its final velocity?
Tell me your answer, Nitish and Sankar.
Yes, sir.
And Kong.
Sir, I didn't write the answer here, but I know what
Sir.
formula I use.
V equals U plus 80.
No.
V, sir.
Ah, yeah,
I
yeah,
use
yeah.
V
Sorry.
square.
Yeah, I have to use V equals U plus 80.
Sorry.
Sir,
Yeah,
my answer is 15, sir.
Sir, I
Sankalp,
don't
what did you
remember
get
what
as your
answer
answer?
I got, but I used V is equal to U plus 80, sir.
I
So
don't
must have
I
got
don't remember, sir, but I used V is equal to U plus 80, sir. I didn't
You
use
said that
graph.
you used the
You
graph for
said
this
you
question.
took 4 pages.
Yeah, no, sir, I didn't use the graph for this one. I think I used the graph for the I
Next
think it was
one.
7th one.
The velocity.
What's your
for
answer?
That one.
Tarun,
What's
Tarun.
your answer?
Me.
Yes, you.
15.
Sir, 15 only, sir. That's what I also got, sir. 15 only I also got.
15 is the correct answer. So shall we move on to the next question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Velocity
Yes,
of a train changes from 20 meter per second to 25 meter per second when it accelerates at a rate of 2 meter per second square. Find the distance covered by the
So
train.
this is the one Sankalp used graph for, sir. You
So
forgot
for
about
this
the
one, I
graph.
first did it using the displacement
First tell me the answer.
formula,
No,
sir.
it's a V square plus U
56.25.
Anyone
56.25,
get
sir.
the same answer?
I made a mistake on the second.
I don't know what
16.
answer and all I got, so I only remember what formula I used, sir, because I don't have the
Sir.
answer to the right now.
So first,
Sir,
for getting the value of
graphs,
t,
I used the graphs, like the area. I calculated the
What
area.
what
and-
answer did
don't
you
need
get
the
then?
value of T. Sir, you
I
can
don't
use the
know
formula
the
V
answer,
square
sir.
gives.
sir,
Okay,
they don't
okay,
feel the same.
I'm then showing it. I'm then showing it. See here. Velocity of a train changes from V initial is 20, V final we know 25. Okay.
So,
So
did you
acceleration
hear my
also we
answer
know.
or not?
Yeah, I got your answer. That's correct. Find the
Yeah.
distance covered by the train.
What did you
So
use?
we
that?
know the initial velocity, we know the final velocity, we know the acceleration. We just have to put that into 3 equations we have, which connects. So last one connects final velocity square
Sir,
is initial
first we need
velocity.
to find time, sir.
No
First, we
need
need to
to
find
and all.
time.
No need to
No need to
Oh,
find
you
time.
use.
You can directly
Sir, I
solve it by
first
this.
That's what
found.
I used. This
Sir,
is
sir,
what I used,
what I
sir.
did is I first found time using V equals U plus 80, and then I used the displacement formula.
What's the answer?
That is wrong. That is wrong. From
Sir,
here
I
also
got it
directly
correct,
can
sir.
get.
I got the correct answer.
No, that is not wrong. That means that is lengthy. That is
Yes, sir,
lengthy.
it's lengthy, but so it's not
Yeah,
so
that is
lengthy.
lengthy.
It's 6 lines I used.
Sir,
So
I
only
used
use
two
6 lines for it, sir.
I got the same
Sir,
answer.
Only use
the formula.
6 lines for it.
Sir, I use V square equals U square plus 2AS. Yeah, I got it correct.
I got it. I think your cameras. Can you hear me, sir, or hear us?
No, I think.
I made this stuff.
Like Sankalp's
Hey,
future.
what did you
Hey,
guys?
you check the mail now. It's 12
what did
only.
you
12
get for
only school
the?
is starting.
I'll call my mom and
Hey.
ask it. The host is facing
Hey,
a
what did you
technical
get
issue
for
My
the
mom
second
and
is
is
seventh
expecting
one,
to
second
rejoin
word?
soon. Shush, shush. The host is facing a technical issue and is expected to
Hey, we can
rejoin
read,
soon.
ra.
Otherwise, the meeting in Noda. I thought you were blind, ra.
Hey, check the mail, da. My mom said 12th. If it's
Hey,
not 12th, I'll be
the
happy.
message also says the host's video looks like Sankalp's future.
Hey, are you
Actually, I
hallucinating?
see sir's face. So, actually, see sir's
No.
face. So.
I can see
Hey,
it.
Nitish.
And,
Hey,
maybe
Nitish, what did you get the
personalize
answer for the seventh
messages
one,
for
second
everyone.
one? Listen, da. Listen, da.
One second one now.
Okay, da.
Seventh
Okay,
one,
da.
second one.
Easy.
Hey, that was easy, bro. Like easiest question of
It
all.
was really easy.
I didn't get it.
Bruh.
Oh my god, Sankalp is like
It's so easy.
zero
Da.
IQ. Will be ashamed of having him.
What is the displacement of the ant?
Hello. Am I
Displacement is
audible?
We
100
find the
Bluetooth.
hypothesis.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How do you find the hypotenuse there?
Oh my god. Hey,
Hey, I'm not
Good
asking how
question.
to find
I
the
wrote all
hypotenuse.
the answers.
I'm asking. So seventh
The
one,
6 3
second
part
one.
you got now. Third part of
yes,
C you
sir.
got now.
Yes, the third
Sir,
part of C.
like you got 56.15. I got.
Sir, we need to do 7 now. We'll start with
No,
7.
yeah, 7th one, first one.
Yes, sir. 7th one, first one.
1 kilometer.
Sir, did you do
I
the
don't
third
remember.
one?
Yeah,
Sankalp
he did.
sees a bus. Sankalp sees a bus 1 kilometer ahead of him, moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second. With what speed can Sankalp move to overtake the bus in 100 seconds?
Just give me a minute. I need to reshare it. There was a power cut.
Oh,
So
okay,
was
sir.
the question correct, sir?
I need to reshare it.
I'll read it again. Sir. I'll
Sankalp,
read it again.
Sankalp sees a
Sankalp.
turtle moving ahead of him faster than him at the velocity of 10 meter per second. With what speed can Sankalp move as to overtake the bus in 100 seconds? Option
possible.
E, impossible. Yes, sir. It's E, not possible.
Okay,
Uncle, why don't you take care of your friends making joke of you?
He's lost connection, sir.
Is my screen visible? The board I'm writing on?
Yes, sir. It's visible. It's visible.
Okay.
My video is
So next
off.
question
Oh
is
my God.
like,
Yes, sir.
a scooter is a bus, okay? So you should draw the figure like this. This is the bus and then the scooter behind it, and when he
draw the
sides it, it is 1 kilometer behind it, okay? And it's moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second.
Yes, sir.
The scooter
Sir, I
should move
didn't
towards
know
the
this,
bus
sir.
is 100. Okay?
Yeah,
I
just
just picked a
So 100
Can you
random
draw?
answer.
Sir,
know
can you?
this.
Sir, can you
Sir,
draw
I didn't
me
know the
a bit
answer
more
for this, so
beautiful,
just
sir? Like other than a box.
You want me to draw the full
see that small box is
scooter?
you only, da.
I know. Can you like
Hey,
draw it a
that's
bit more
you, da.
beautiful,
That's
sir?
turtle, okay? It's moving
See here,
faster
see
than
here,
you
see here.
with a velocity.
Please be quiet in my class. See here.
Yes, sir.
Now, see here, in 100 seconds, the bus will be covering some distance,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And in those 100
Sir.
seconds only, the scooter has to cover this distance. Let us say this is X plus 1 kilometer,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
right?
So yes,
So,
to
so
cover
it has
X
to
plus 1
sir,
kilometers.
it has to
So I'm writing
cover
in
2
meters.
kilometers, sir.
I'm writing it in meter. I don't know in next 100 seconds what the bus will be covering. Okay, that I'll be calculating,
The
and then I'll be
acceleration
adding
is
it to
given,
this
sir.
initial 1000 meters. So see here in the next
Yes, sir.
100 seconds, what bus will be covering? So in next 100 seconds, bus distance covered, distance by bus, it will be 100 into 10 meter, V into T. Why? Because no acceleration
Yes,
is
sir.
there. So it will be 1000 meters.
Yes, sir. This is the one I did in graph, sir.
In
Like
the next,
I put the
yeah,
acceleration in a line.
in
and
100
T
seconds,
and
Sir,
the
this is the
scooter
one
has
I
to
didn't
travel.
do, sir.
Scooter has to
Yes,
travel
sir.
2000 meters, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, what speed? So we need to provide him the speed. So 2000 is equals to v into
Yes,
the
sir.
100 seconds only. So v will be
Yes,
what?
sir.
20 meter per
Yes, sir.
second.
Oh
What is the
my
answer?
God.
Yes, sir. I
Sir, I
got
didn't know the
20,
answer
sir.
for this, so
Yeah,
I just tested
make
my
a
luck
silly
and wrote
mistake,
some.
sir.
Sir, I
Okay.
didn't know the answer for this, sir, but
I got
just
it
This
wrong,
tested my
should
luck.
not be
sir.
done. This
I
should not be
I
done.
picked
Random
A.
answering is not like supported or
Sir, yeah,
appreciated.
sir, but
Random
I
answering is
actually
not
didn't
good.
know the
Sir,
answer, sir.
I genuinely
So I
calculated
didn't do
this
random
with the 7th
answering,
and
but then
second one.
I did some
Forget my answers.
guessing
Go.
calculation,
Yeah,
I
go
did
on with the
some
second
like
part.
not random answering, sir. I did some random calculation. I got
and I
20
got
meters per second, but
it
not
wrong,
what you
sir.
did, sir.
And
I got
second
it
part of the
right, sir.
seventh question.
Sir,
Read it
it's
Got
out.
it
that
wrong.
For the
an
second part of the
line.
No, sir, no doubt. You
actually,
can continue with the next one. Shush.
I have it out, sir. I have it out in the this one. So the displacement is equal to the hypotenuse of all 5 squares, all 5 triangles, right, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, but
Sir,
if you
look
have to
at my
find the
answer.
hypotenuse, it is equal to hypotenuse is equal to base square plus perpendicular square, which is equal to hypotenuse
Pythagoras
square, right,
theorem.
sir? Yeah, by the
Yeah.
Sir, so base square is equal to 20 square and perpendicular square is equal to 20 square. 20 square plus 20 square is equal to 800. So 800
Not
square
8. I
root.
mean, no.
What? Wait.
You
What
shouldn't
did
do
you
that.
say?
You shouldn't do that.
No,
See,
it's wrong, da. It's not like that.
That's not how
it's
you do
20
it.
square plus 20 square is hypotenuse. Root under 20 square. So hypotenuse is 20 root under 2. Or that is
Yeah.
root under
And then
800.
into 5. Into
And
5
that
is
is
equal to
root
100 root 2.
5.
Like
That's the
800,
answer.
which I got. Like,
Root, sir,
this is
root
what I got.
500
Not
is how? What is root 800? Sir,
800.
what is root 800?
20 root
100
2
root
same
2.
as 800. See how I got it. Root 800, can I write root 800 as root 400 into 2? Root 400 is 20 square. So root 400
And
is 20
like
into 20.
bring the 400 out.
So instead of writing 220s, I'm taking 120 outside. 20 root under 2.
Yes, sir.
It makes it easier for the calculation.
Yeah.
So what is
Understood
the
till
answer?
100
Can you
root
tell?
2. Yes, sir. 100 root 2.
Understood till here? Okay, next.
So the
Next question.
hypotenuse.
Differentiate between uniform
Differentiate
acceleration.
uniform acceleration. This is
Hey,
easy,
be
sir.
quiet. I still didn't finish mine. So the hypotenuse is equal to 20 square root 2.
Yeah.
So then how do you
What?
find the displacement? Displacement is equal to 5 into 20 square root 2.
Yeah,
No,
it's
see
100
here.
square root 2.
See. This is 20,
He
this
is
is
correct,
20.
sir.
So this length is, let us say this is h. So we can write h square is 20 square plus 20 square. Okay. So h square we can write it as 800. So h will be root under 800. Root under 800 I can write it as 20 root 2. So I have 5 times such
Yes,
as.
sir.
So
Yes, sir. The thing is, I didn't simplify it as 20 square root 2. I just wrote it as square root 800 into 5. Is that okay?
it will be 5 root 800 like this.
Sir, yes, I just wrote it like that.
Can be considered, but this is not ethical. This answer is ethical.
So I didn't like what I did.
100 root
different
2
things.
is
So,
more like legible. It's much more
Sir,
legible.
see.
From the starting, we are taught to simplify things.
So like I did
Yes.
h square is equal to 20 square plus 20 square. H square is equal to 400 plus 400. H is equal to root 400 the whole 400 plus 400, and then I'll get like root 20 plus 20, which is equal to 40, and root 40 is equal to wait, what is that? Root 40
Same thing
is
you have done.
equal
Same
to
thing
like
you have done. No problem.
it's the same thing.
Same thing you have done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then question number 8. Two stones
Yes,
thrown up
sir.
top of
Wait.
building in
Different.
the same speed.
No, we have to do 7-3, sir. Okay, we'll
Hey,
do
that
8
is
first.
uniform
We don't have
acceleration. You
time.
don't know the definition, Ada.
That is easy now.
I know. Yes, sir, we'll do
Two
8 first.
stones
We don't
thrown
have
top of
time.
building same speed, one upward and other in downward direction.
One is to
When
two.
they reach the ground, they acquire
Uniform
certain
action.
velocity.
Hey, easy.
One is
What is the answer?
Sir, this one also
explanation.
took so much time, sir. This one also took so much
Hey,
time.
Nitish,
I
it's
got
an
answer
easy
2:3.
one. Uniform acceleration is
It's very easy. What's the answer?
well, variable acceleration.
2:3. I got 2:3.
We are done with that question, right?
2:3. Anybody else with the same
Sir,
answer?
so many yes,
2:3,
sir. I got
sir.
2:3. I did
2:3,
so
sir.
many
1:2,
calculations, sir.
sir.
I did like so much. This is a question that I spent most of my time on.
I didn't
What's
take
your
that
answer?
much time. I took it.
I
So
wrote
it took me
1:2,
30
sir.
seconds to finish this, sir.
What's your answer,
Sankar, we
Sankar?
all know you're smart, okay?
So Sampath,
What's
what
your
did you
answer?
get?
So I got 2:3 and it didn't take me long. I did it in
Can you
like.
explain it? Can you explain it,
Wait, did
Sankar?
I even? Sir, I don't know, sir. It's been like 7 days since I wrote it.
Hey, this is too
So
much.
that means that if you are
Sir.
given with the same question, if you are given with the same question now, you won't be able to solve it. This means what? You have to keep in
I
mind
don't know.
forever now. I am
Sir,
around
when
like 7, 8 years
like
older
the
than
two
you.
stones, sir.
Still, I know
If
the
we
things.
one stone
Why?
in downward direction means, did he use like force to throw it
Because
downwards
you
or
actually
just
studied
drop
physics
it, sir?
properly, unlike
Yeah.
Sankar.
Answer. This is the wrong answer.
Sir, I have a doubt,
I
sir.
think that
Sir,
two
like,
is to
It's
three.
I
not,
have
sir.
a
I
doubt,
know it's
sir.
not, sir.
1:2.
Sir, I know it's
That
not.
is
It's
1:2.
correct, sir. So
Tarun?
sure.
Sir, he's
Answer is
sure
1:2.
because he used Google to
No,
find
1:2
answers,
is
sir,
wrong answer.
because he wrote it in online.
1:2 also wrong. Man.
Who?
1:2 is also
Sankar.
You
wrong.
only.
Answer 1:1 is correct.
Me,
Sir,
wish.
You
sir,
only.
sir,
See
actually,
no.
I did. So I actually didn't use any method for this because when I see the other answers, the respectively the ratio
You don't
is
have to
equal
match. You have see. You are a science student, and you need to give scientific explanation to every physical happening in the world. See here, we are standing here at the top of the building, and once we are throwing it upwards, once we are throwing it downwards with the velocity u. Okay, we shall write the equation. Final velocity. We want to know the final velocity. In the, let us say this is the first case, this is the second case. In the first case, final velocity, I am taking the upward direction as negative and downward as positive. You can take simultaneously opposite also. So in the first case, you're throwing it upwards. So upward direction is negative. So final velocity v, that will be downward only in both the cases. V square is equals to u square. See, I was writing
Plus
minus u, but on squaring it gets u square only. And then when
Yes,
you
sir.
get it
Plus
downwards,
2as.
it will be plus 2gh because g is acting downwards and h is also downwards. This is h. Second
why
case,
two?
final
Why two?
velocity square is
Sir, why
initial
two?
velocity. Huh?
Sir, why
2as.
two?
2as. V square is equals to u square plus 2as. Forgotten.
Okay.
Second case, you are throwing it downwards, so the initial velocity will also be downward, and g is also acting downwards. In both the cases, final velocity, you are getting the same result.
No, I got it wrong. I
I
did
can
so much
explain physically
calculations,
also.
sir.
This was
Sir,
through
the
the formula
picture
theoretically.
threw me off, sir. The picture threw me off, sir.
Okay.
I thought he threw it upwards and it fell down, sir. So the
Yeah,
velocity will be
that's
different.
happened. That's what happened in the first case. I can explain you this theoretically, physically also. You may be thinking, sir, this is the height. I threw one ball downward, so it went with a very big speed, and the speed increased also. And one I threw it upwards. Okay, so its speed must have decreased. So how can both have same speed at the bottom?
That's what
You
I
may
was
be having this in mind. Let us give you a feel about this problem. See here,
sir, now
very
I
carefully see here. When you throw anything upwards now, when you throw anything upwards, what happens? It goes like
It'll
this.
slow down.
It must have achieved a top point where velocity will be 0.
Maximum
Okay.
effective length.
And
height.
then it comes down. And when it reaches at the same position,
So like,
its velocity remains same. Okay. So now when he
yeah,
has
because
covered
the
this distance,
velocity takes to go up, it like balances with the velocity it takes.
so
to
this
go down.
Wherever he
velocity
threw it
remains, so
from.
just the direction changes. Just the direction changes. Now it is at the same position when you threw it up, but it has velocity downwards. And the second case also was the same. You have to throw it directly downwards. So both the cases are same only, na? Understood?
Sir, but in this in
Yeah,
like
I
where
don't
he
get it,
threw
sir.
it
Like,
downwards. I thought he threw it with force like this in the downwards. So it'll be
Yeah, we applied the force. The initial velocity means we applied the force.
okay.
Not the force exactly.
no,
We
sir,
provided a
but
velocity.
sir,
Summa
but
just
if the
opened our
gravity,
hand with the ball
sir,
in
but
our
if the
hand.
gravity is 10 meters per second while coming down, the final the final velocity will be different to the like everything will end, everything will become zero, sir. But right before ending, the final velocity of the one thrown above will be more than the one thrown right downwards.
That's what
Right,
I'm
sir?
showing you now. That's what I'm showing you now. You threw it upwards. So it went to a trajectory path like this, and then it came back to the point where you threw it, the same level. Now its velocity is same, but downwards. Same as you're throwing it downwards like that only. So both will be acting the same way, and it will be achieving the same velocity just before colliding. You get my point? It came to the same level, but in opposite direction. As like you are
One second,
throwing
sir,
it
I'm getting
downwards.
confused with the question here.
Question was one ball you threw it upwards, first case. Then it followed this trajectory and then came down. Another ball you directly threw it downwards with the same velocity and it came down like this. Both will be coming down and they'll be having the same velocity just before colliding. After colliding, it is zero. Just before colliding, they'll be having the same final velocity. How? So first ball that you have sent with a velocity u directly downwards, that is u only. And the second ball which you threw it upwards, it went to a trajectory, came down to the same level, but in opposite direction, and the velocity was same as what you have thrown it upwards. So now it is acting like a body which is thrown downwards with a velocity u.
Yeah, that's fair.
Both the bodies are acting
So
in the
the
same way.
question says when they reach ground, they acquire certain velocity v1 and v2. Where you
Yes,
said
that is
final
assume that it
velocity
is
is equal
no.
to 0 and
No,
0, which
that
is equal
0
to
1 they're not
1:1,
talking.
right, sir?
You are correct. You are correct. But that is not they're talking about. They're talking about just a level before that velocity. Some velocity is still there. Before just a moment before colliding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This part you understood or not? When you throw something upwards, it attain the same velocity after.
I get it, sir.
Got it. This
So
was a like
the acceleration due to gravity will be different, but the velocity will be the same.
Yeah.
acceleration due to gravity is also same.
They didn't
Like,
throw it downwards, they just left it like
No,
They
that.
did throw it
I get
downwards.
it.
That's why it's happening
They
like
didn't
this.
throw it downwards. They left it downwards and
That's
one.
what I
No,
No,
no.
they
came
threw
down.
it downwards. They threw it downwards.
They
If they left it
provided the initial
downwards,
velocity.
Let's
the
go like
V2
100 miles per
yeah,
hour.
it
You
is
will
fast
just
and it'll
drop
occur
it.
in the same
That
velocity.
means initial velocity is 0. Through means providing the initial velocity.
You get extra.
Okay.
So then how would it have
So,
the
like,
same
the
velocity, sir?
see the time it takes for the second ball that's thrown up, so like for it to reach its maximum height, it'll take some acceleration, right? That is the same amount of acceleration it takes to
Yes,
come to
yes.
the starting point.
See here.
So like
the
it gets
let us-
balanced.
acceleration
let us-
is
Wait
the
a minute.
acceleration is different, but the velocities are same there.
No, acceleration is how can acceleration is just g is acting there due to the gravity.
Because the
Yes.
acceleration is
Here.
being built up from the top position, right, sir? Like, let's say the first stone was thrown from here.
Yeah, and then the second
stone
object is thrown
started
down.
its
Second
Everyone listen
object
here.
is thrown
Everyone
down.
listen here. Please be quiet. Everyone listen here. See, this is a ball and this is the height. Okay, it has to reach here, the limit of my camera that you can see. Okay, this is the bottom position. So what I did, once this man threw the ball upwards, it went like this and then it came down. Agree? First case. Everyone
Yes,
agree?
sir.
Okay. Now second case, he threw it down directly downwards like this, and then he directly
Threw
came
it.
downwards. Agree?
He applied force.
It did not drop like this. It was not something like this. This was not the case. The case was this. Okay, understood? Now how can both have same velocities? That I'm going to explain. Please listen it carefully. When you will throw this, let us say we provided it with initial velocity u, so final velocity will be u v square is equals to u square plus 2g, this height h. Agree everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Everyone? Now, in this case, what will happen when you will throw it upwards? So this will go something like this. Let us say I threw it with 10 meter per second vertically upwards, 10 meter per second. So with 10 meter per second it started, but acceleration due to gravity was acting where? Downwards. So Earth was
Yes,
pulling
sir.
it downwards. Earth was pulling it downwards. So its velocity
Yes.
will decrease or not while going upwards, because Earth is not
Yes, sir.
supporting
It
it.
will.
So
Yes,
it will
sir.
decrease, and then time will come when its velocity will become 0.
Yeah, then it will start
Sir.
increasing.
Then what will happen? Still the Earth is pulling it. Even when the velocity is 0, still the Earth is pulling it. Now it has no other option just to go towards the Earth, right? So it will start coming towards the Earth. So its velocity will now increase in the downwards
Increase.
direction, isn't it?
Yes,
So
sir.
first 1 meter per second, 2 meter per second, 5 meter per second, 6 meter per second, and then when it will come to the initial position here,
10 meter.
It
from
attained the
where it
same
was thrown,
velocity.
the
Same
same
velocity it
velocity
was
will
thrown.
attain. With what it was thrown upwards, same velocity will attain. Now where he has to go? Downwards now.
So does this apply in real life also?
Doesn't,
They,
yeah, it
of
applies.
course, da.
It applies.
What are you asking?
Physics
So if
was
I
all
Now
throw
about
see here.
real life.
across,
Yeah.
Now see here.
What
Now
is this?
please
It's not
listen here.
Minecraft
Still it is
physics.
not
Da.
complete. Still it is not complete. Please listen here. Now isn't it acting like a body which is thrown downwards with a velocity of 10 meter per second now? Okay.
yes,
Sir,
So
sir. Yes,
that's
sir.
why
We get.
this and this was the same case, and they will attain the same final velocity. Now did you understand this or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll stop it here only. Now, but I
Sir,
need a
one
promise
doubt,
from
sir.
you.
One doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, did you make the maths question paper for the whatever thing you taught, sir?
No.
Sir, like
Sir.
that one question that was there, it was fully common sense question, sir. It was like a word problem, sir. I was stuck in that question for 30 minutes, sir. Like
Because
I don't
you didn't
remember
use your
the
I did
brain.
not make the math. I did not make the math question. See
Sir,
everyone.
wait,
See
Yeah,
everyone.
maths
1 second,
tomorrow.
sir.
See everyone.
Yeah.
I need to talk to you. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to give. These question
Yes, sir.
papers are just to test your knowledge and your capability. Everyone has to exceed your capability, isn't it? You have to outperform yourself. Are you getting my point or not? If
Yes,
you are
sir.
able to, if a sprinter is able to run for 10 kilometers a day, will he run 10 kilometers every day? No. He will extend its limit. He'll run to 12 kilometers next day. Are you getting my point?
Yes,
So
sir.
Yes, sir.
don't want easy question papers like, sir, you just solve easy, give us easy question papers and we'll score. Then what will happen? You'll get marks here, and then wherever you'll get, like anywhere else, will you get marks?
No, sir.
No, na. So you should not ask me for setting an easy question paper, or you should not ask the administration to lower the number of assignments or anything like that. What you do, you increase the number of hours to prepare, prepare it hardly, and I want you all to solve more questions and get 80 out of 80 in the next examinations. Are you all giving this to me?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Sir,
Probably
but
not
in a
80 out of
swimming
80,
pool,
but like
sir.
70.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What did you
Sir,
say?
but in a swimming pool, like in a swimming, if you go to a swimming pool, you see that pads thing like first level, second level, third level. If you go to the third level, when you fall, there will be more pressure on you. From the first level, it will be simple. But when you said this, when you explain this,
Oh, you're talking about diving.
yeah, diving, yeah, those diving
Yeah.
platforms,
About
swimming
no,
pool,
right?
da.
Yeah, that is in a swimming pool.
So everyone-
Where
so
do you dive,
that,
Kunwell?
Everyone prepare more, solve more questions,
Yes, sir.
Sir,
and
1 second, sir. Listen to this
I-
question, sir. There are two numbers.
I still didn't
The
finish mine.
predecessor of the larger number exceeds the successor of the smaller number by 6. The sum of the numbers is 32. Find the difference of the numbers, sir. Sir, this question took me 30 minutes, sir.
It is so
Not
easy, there.
Hey, tell the answer, da. Tell the answer, da. I
It
promise.
took
Tell
me.
the
It took
Okay,
me.
let me calculate it.
I know what he's gonna tell. I know what he's gonna
Hey,
tell.
I'm
Quickly
ending the
do
class
Google
here.
search. I don't know
I'm
how
ending
I
the
got
class
the
here.
answer. It's got
No,
it.
I
Yes, sir.
calculated
Thank you,
right
sir.
now. I
Nice, sir.
forgot.
I'm
Let me
ending the
calculate. I
class
forgot
here.
the answer. Let
Do
me
you have any
calculate.
doubt with me?
Shush. No, sir.
Any
We don't have any
doubt?
doubts, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I have, sir. Let them.
Bye.
Let them
End the
finish.
meeting,
Sir,
sir. Bye. Bye, sir.
Sir, Sir, the seventh question,
I leave
if
like
you look
that.
at my answer sheet, I would have done it correct where it will be like 2000 divided by 100, which gives us 20 meter per second. But I wrote it 2 meter per second due to my eye problem, sir.
Okay, so that is wrong. You should revise the things, revise the answers before submitting. You have learned this from this exam. Next time, don't do this. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Sir. So I gave you an example of the diving platforms from
Okay, I'm
when you
leaving. Bye.
jump from the third platform, it will be like there will be more splash or more pressure on you. But when you jump from the first platform, it will be like less pressure on you and less. You'll get a smaller hurt. But that doesn't make sense when you explain this. So this answer itself.
If you want to if you get more pressure from the top and then you are practicing for the smaller height, you'll get less pressure. Now you don't even feel that pressure.
No, sorry. I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
If you're jumping from the very top and you just want to jump from 1 meter or 2 meters, so you practice for 5 meters, practice for 10 meters, and then that 1-2 meters will be very easy for you.
No, sir. I'm talking about like not like I'm talking about a physical question, sir. I'm like
Could not
I'll
understand that.
explain it later. So I can't explain it with mouth, but I can explain it with my like I have to explain it by writing it somewhere, sir.
Okay, you come up with the writings in next class and then we'll discuss it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Bye,
bye.
sir.